Hello, good day, I bid to everyone. So my name is Nelson Mark, and I will be summarizing the assign interview assignment videos that I've done these past few days. So a total of 3 lectures that I've done. So the challenge was to create a solution to improve the working efficiency for one of the following. So my group have chosen lectures has it's closer to us and it's easy access. So some of the question asked was based on these 3 aspects, which is to bond with the person so they can probe deeper to understand what matters to the person and to get insight on how the person thinks. So these are some of the questions. These are the questions that was asked, and let's see how they reply. So based on the first lecturer, so the question asked was, is having a good working efficiency important? Obviously, he said yes, because it's done because you need a good working efficiencies to maintain your responsibilities as a educator. Okay, and the biggest obstacles that he faced when trying to improve his work efficiency is the working environment, because he said good working environment is important when you want to have a good working efficiency, to have efficient work to be done. So this working environment can be between him and the students, him with the club, with the staff. So how does it affect him that if he doesn't get a good working environment to do his work, is that it will affect his end product, the quality of the product, and might not achieve the target that he set. So, what is the most innovative creative solution that he's come up with is he said if you want to create a good working environment, first you need to treat everyone as how you want to be treated. And when this is done, you can able to get a good and better working environment, and hence will may give you the more mood or the energy or the motivation to efficiently work, right? And she also mentioned that you should take break and do not strain yourself to do the task straight up, and you should establish realistic goals and like to commit to deadlines to considering all the deadlines. So you just need to set which comes first and need to prioritize on the deadlines on the task, right? Okay, on the second lecturer's interview, when asked about can you tell me a bit about the current workload and responsibilities? She says, as a senior lecturer, she needs to commit to the KPI, the Key Performance Index, which consists of teaching, research, consultancy, and leadership, and community service. So teaching is a main focus or a big scope in her responsibilities. And I asked about the challenges or difficulties that she's facing in managing all these responsibilities. She mentioned that time. So managing time is a challenging thing for her because she need to commit all the responsibilities. She is able to do it, but within time is a question. So when asked about is good working efficiency important to her, she said yes, it's important because you need to finish a work in time to prevent difficulty to others, right? And it's important to her because she can able to manage her work life and his personal life and to manage her time accordingly. So, and the biggest obstacles that she has faced during to improve her work efficiency is the extra priority. So the extra works that like suddenly comes, like if like suddenly you're doing a job and suddenly 3 more jobs come at the same time, and you have to settle that job first. So this will cause the other job to be tracked, and this will affect his working efficiency. And she faces this problem because as lecturer they don't work alone, they work as a team, right? So with the students, with the lecturers, other lecturers, with the staff. So that's why, and this affect them because it have to work overtime, and sometimes you have to bring the work back home. So one of her innovative and creative solution that she come up with is that to have like a team teaching between lecturers so that we can discuss questions to our students either for exams or lecture notes to share between universities lecturers so that they will not strain themselves to do or update a lecture note based on the time, right? And for research wise, she said for her, because lecturers they are given responsibilities to do research. So what she does was she separates research into few titles of like final year projects for students so that they are able to help her out and also at the same time to give experience to them to do thesis and stuff. As for the final interview I had, so the first question was asked was when asked about what's the current workload and responsibility. She mentioned she have 3 aspects she was looking into, which is students, where she have to handle classes, tutorials, and materials. Under research, she to handle research projects, postgraduate studies, and under management tasks, she have to manage with Viva sessions, intakes for coursework programs, and pre-Viva and proposal defense. So when asked about what's the challenges and difficulties that she's facing in managing all these responsibilities that she mentioned, she said so the same thing as the previous lecturer and saying that it's time management. Okay, so if when asking the if good time managed working efficiency important to her, she mentioned that it is important because she will need to prioritize which to do first. And why is it important? If because when she able to prioritize, she can able to manage time and finish up the responsibility that is mentioned within time. And when she have extra time which she need because she able to engage with the students to expose them more to their topics and exams, like final exams, to give them more tutorial and exercises to prepare them for the finals or to give more understanding to them. So she need time for that and also for research projects. Right. So when asked about biggest obstacles that she encountered trying to improve her working efficiency, she mentioned that workloads comes like previously the lecturers mentioned, these workloads come suddenly. So workloads usually and responsibilities come consistently. And you're doing a job, it'll be added on with other jobs, and you'll have to do which is prioritized or which is the deadline coming soon, which is the important. You need to do it first. So when you're doing another job, you have to drag it and you have to keep it for a while. So this does affect their working efficiency because they had to do a work during after their personal time, so they need to bring back their home after working hours, office working hours, and this will cause a bit this stressful for them as a lecturer. Okay, to have their personal time at home and still to do the work and responsibilities. Then the working most when asked about innovative or creative solution that they have come up with to improve their work efficiency, they said because all the job given or the sudden job that came, they do not have to always do it. Some of the job given to them is just for them to delegate or direct other people to do it. So she used the Google Keep, one of the Google um, what you call that function where she are able to share the responsibilities or the task given to her to the staff directly to them and easier for her to delegate the task to each of them and to yes and also she used sticky notes for herself to track her progress and to notify her based on the news or stuff that's upcoming, so this will allow her to keep track of all his workloads and therefore making it efficient for her. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you. And this is a summarize of all the three interviews.